This man is not only the host of our party here, Dave Robinson, but he is the director, if I have the title correctly, of Congregational Development in this Diocese of Toronto. Dave, may I ask you, after you have worked now with 100 congregations or parishes over the past few years here with NCD, what have been the results, the fruit of this ministry in the Diocese of Toronto?
We are seeing parishes begin to really, individual parishes that have been struggling for years trying to figure out what's going on in their context, being able to say, we need to get serious about passionate spirituality or about needs-based evangelism, and we know now, we don't have to guess anymore. We don't have to pull the latest trendy book off the shelf at the Christian bookstore. We know where our minimum factor is, and more than that, we know what the resources are that we're going to use to begin to address that. And we've seen parishes take hold of that and experience significant growth in a couple of years of really engaging with where they don't have to guess anymore. They know where they need to do the work. And that's producing health, that's producing growth, that's producing mission. We've been doing the focus groups and gathering all the data, and we were looking at the data with the parish team, and they were saying, we know we got to be doing more Bible study. We know we've got to do something about our prayer life. But I haven't got time. I haven't got time for God. I'm too busy. When I get kids to soccer practice, I get the kids to dance practice, then I got to come down to the church for a meeting for an hour and a half every night, go back and get the kids. I haven't got time for God. So their action plan became, take time for God. Action plan that fits on a t-shirt that everybody understands, that everybody can know. And that's September. The Sunday school all made t-shirts that said, take time for God. And they agreed, the leadership agreed, that they were going to model this by taking 2.5 hours a week out of their schedule to take time for God. They were going to do that. They were going to take an hour and a half for Bible study and an hour for some kind of spiritual practice, spiritual direction, prayer, meditation, whatever. And the way they were going to get that time is they were going to spend 2.5 hours a week less at meetings at the church. So they were going to take time away from the church in order to take time for God. That parish, in their third survey, is approaching 60 on their average. They're adding numbers. The place has exploded. They have young families coming. They have children coming. They've started to access diocesan grants to help them with missional projects. They've started Messy Church. Stuff is sprouting. And the backstory to this is a church that the diocese was considering closing 4 years ago because there was no way they were ever going to get out of the hole that they were in.